Hello everybody, SlimKirby here, and welcome back to more of the Sonic Heroes Extra videos. Working on some more levels of Team Dark today, so we're going to be doing the second missions for, I think, 3 Team Dark levels, so going to be doing Bingo Highway, Rail Canyon, and Bullet Station. So for Bingo Highway, A rank requirements for this level, we have 42,000 points. For Mission 1, and for the Mission 2 A rank requirement, we're actually given a pretty generous time of 12 minutes. And yeah, 12 minutes is a very long time, but thankfully, in the context of this level, we will have to go through this course twice. Because Bingo Highway is, first of all, a very short level, but even beyond that, it's not like there's not too few enemies or anything. There are actually a lot of enemies here. The main issue with Team Dark, at least as far as I can see anyways, is that, you know, they scatter a lot of enemies like on the tables and the bingo slides and everything, and I wouldn't say there's too many instances where you'll miss enemies, but the fact that it can happen just kind of shows that, yeah, you're probably going to be taking, at the very least, one extra trip through the level, at least most of the level. So yeah, as a result, they gave you a pretty generous time to work with, and, you know, you'll have the general, you know, getting stuck on a pinball table, and you'll need to, you know, try to work your way out of it. That can obviously happen as well. So just a couple of things you'll have to be wary of as you're going through this particular level on the secondary mission anyway. But yeah, this level, definitely one of those where the first time you do it, you're probably wondering, oh my god, I don't want to ever do this again. And then if you don't get the A rank, you're probably like, oh shoot, well I have to do this again if I want to get the A rank. But again, it's kind of one of those things where once you do it once and you're aware of what you're going to be dealing with and what the level has to throw at you, I honestly feel like the next run through the level, your additional run through the level, will not be as bad. And that's pretty much what the case is here. It's just that, you know, you go through it, you don't get a great score or time or whatever, but then the next time you do it, it's just like, okay, maybe that wasn't as bad as I thought. That's kind of the vibes I get from this. I still think it's one of the worst levels in the game, but there is a little bit of leniency there. So I did actually cut some footage. I got stuck on that part of the pinball table for a very long time. I guess in theory it was only 2 minutes, but still, I decided to just go ahead and cut that out. Just in the interest of not wasting your guys' time. I'm trying to be generous of that. I mean, you guys already turned into the video, so you know what you're getting into, I guess, but still. I didn't want to just have that go on for a long time and not make any progress, so I figured I'll just go ahead and cut this out. I think that's the only instance where that, I waste too much time on that, on something, more than a minute worth of time on one particular level mechanic, I guess. So, didn't think there was really any harm in doing that. A lot of enemies here. Honestly, probably a good place to use Team Blast, which is why I did. And we'll make our way down this hallway to find another enemy. I think this level also has enemies that have searchlights, and if the searchlight catches you, they may actually call some extra enemies, so that's actually something you should probably do as well, intentionally get caught by the searchlight. If there is ever an enemy that does that anyway. I know that they may make stronger enemies appear that have shields and stuff, but if you save into your Team Blast, for example, that's really not a bad thing, so you know, just some additional things to keep in mind, I guess you could say. Oh geez, sorry about that whistling you hear in the background. A truck was stopping, and it's kind of rainy out, so I'm guessing the brakes were kind of waterlocked a little bit. But yeah, just some other things to consider while you're going through these levels. And You know, as far as the enemies on the bingo slides are concerned, if you feel confident in doing this, this is something you could potentially try. But if you get like very far ahead with one of your characters on the bingo slide, and you know that there's like 2 enemies coming off on 2 different sides, you could try to aim for one and then try to switch quickly to the other character, just on the off chance that, oh hey, maybe I'll get the other enemy. That's something you can do, but you know, I wouldn't try to necessarily like bank on that, because you don't want to waste a whole lot of time on this section either. On these sections, rather. So yeah, obviously do that like at your own discretion. Right here I decided to go down here, because I think there are actually some... Or maybe not. Okay, never mind. I thought there would be some additional enemies down there, but I guess there weren't. The enemies were like, you know what, we don't want to hang out down there. There's nothing cool going on down there. We're not going to hang out down there. We'll just make Slim waste some more time, that's all. That's all. Okay, so we're at the part of the level which I deem as probably the most difficult part of the level. At least when we get to the bingo slide anyway. And this is also a pretty good section to use Team Blast, by the way. Just because there are a lot of enemies here. So, definitely get some good mileage out of that there. And then we have the bingo slide. We're going to be the Rouge pinball for this slide. Got some enemies to go through. There we go. Oh, we've already lost Omega. We just lost Shadow there. We just have Rouge and... yeah, there we go. Oh, I hate that section so much. But, actually almost happened again right there, but thankfully I still had other characters to switch to. But yeah, did take a death, unfortunately. But, thankfully, since it is Team Dark, and thankfully it's, the A rank is, determined on time, and not score. This run is still technically going. But I will say, with only 70 of the enemies here, and we're getting pretty close to the ending of the level, and with only 3 minutes to go, it's not looking too good for the A rank. Just gonna go ahead and say that right now. If you're like really fast and you know what you're doing, you could probably do it, but yeah, looks like A rank is gonna be pretty unlikely, at least for now anyway. There's even some enemies here, but, like, it's really hard to, like, position yourself in a way to actually get them, though, so I wouldn't really bother with, like, trying. Well, I shouldn't say that. Like, you should definitely try, but don't, like, spend, like, minutes in that section trying to get the enemies. Try to get a few and then be on your way so you can at least, you know, start the level over. Since there are plenty of good sections where you can actually kill enemies. And there we go. You know, I probably could have also switched to Rouge and flown up to maybe get some enemies with Thundershoot. That's something that probably could have happened there. But yeah, as you can see, it just hit 12 minutes after the video cut, and literally, like, not even like 10 seconds after it struck 12, I got the last enemy, so I actually was really close to getting that one. Unfortunately, though, that's going to be a B rank. Very unfortunate. Well, let's get our 86th emblem and be on our way to the next level. We have Rail Canyon. Defeat 100 enemies. And, yeah, this level is pretty tricky. This is a level that will definitely take you, I'd say, 2 complete run-throughs of the level in order to get all the enemies. because especially at the beginning here, like there's just not a lot going on. 45,000 for the mission 1A rank, and 10 minutes and 30 seconds for the second mission A rank. So yeah, you gotta play through another stage for 10 minutes to get the A rank in this case. And I don't know what I was doing there with Shadow. I think I was trying to find a way to get those rainbow rings. Those rainbow rings are actually pretty hard to get, but it's not like they're really like required or anything. But yeah, notice how we have 2 kills already. Thankfully, another thing that this game does, and I think it'll actually do this in White Jungle as well when we get to the black frogs that'll kill enemies with like the giant fruits or whatever. Any enemies that just explode in your vicinity will also count as you destroying the enemy, which is nice. It is really nice that the game does that, because it could be really, really annoying if you have to deal with that kind of shenaniganry. Also, that was my fault that I forgot to hit this thing right here. There we go. Now we can continue. But yeah, for this one, definitely try to kill as many enemies as you can on your first run through. And then, you know, just try to get through your second run through as quickly as possible, now that you know where the enemies are on that next attempt, pretty much. Unfortunately, I think those 2 bullet cars down there are just a bit out of your reach. Yeah, make sure you get some of these enemies right here. It may not seem like a lot of enemies, but just getting that one that's in that cave, as well as those 2 others, I mean, that's 3 enemies right there. And technically 6 enemies, if you, you know, consider the fact that you have to play this level an additional time. So, yeah, it does add up. It does add up a little bit. Shouldn't forget about that stuff. Then, of course, Team Dark also has the parts where some enemies will be like in the rail sections, and you may have to like either stop and do a thunder shoot or homing attack, or just attack normally with the Omega. And then right here, I decided to use the Team Blast. I don't know if this actually got the bullet car or not. Oh no, it didn't. I see it over there on the side there. But yeah, that's actually that would actually, I think, be a decent place to use that. I decided to not go after that other enemy though, just to kind of keep things moving. But I mean, time was stopped. I honestly probably should have. I'm declaring that a bad move on my behalf. I think that was a bad move that I made, but it is what it is. Go ahead and kill those guys. Switch back to flight. Fly on over here and keep the rail grinding going. Yay, rail grinding. Everyone's favorite part of Sonic Heroes, said, I think, absolutely nobody. You are someone who enjoys rail grinding in Sonic Heroes. Well, let's just say you have a lot of defending to do of the game in that regard. I'm always willing to hear those people out, because that's just who I am. I'm someone who's very aware of, you know, opinions being very subjective and people feeling, you know, differently than others. But I always like hearing the reasons that people feel a certain way. I think it's just kind of a mature way to have a discussion or conversation with someone. And I think it kind of just opens up the mind of others when you are able to kind of look at things more objective, or more subjectively, and, well, I guess objectively in that case is the right word, but being able to accept someone's subjective opinion, I guess you could say. There were a couple of enemies I actually skipped back there that I probably could have gotten easily, but I decided to kind of keep moving. Maybe in that right, maybe it's probably better, like, for the first playthrough to kind of rush through more, trying to get a lot of stuff as you go, then being, like, more precise on the second playthrough. I guess either or, it doesn't really matter too much. See, I probably should have checked those caves to see if there were more enemies, because I think that's, there may have been, so... And getting a little sloppy with my kills here, but it is what it is. I mean, we're still about, like, almost halfway done after the first run-through, so we're gonna make it, I'm pretty sure. See, that was probably a little unnecessary, because, like, I end up having to go down here anyway. There we go. Man, this section always, like, kind of, like, not really scared me, but it is a pretty intense section, not gonna lie. But I believe, like, right here coming up, there's, like, an enemy that's, like, in the middle of the... Yeah, right there. Gotcha. See, what was that guy doing there? What was that guy doing? Oh, and see, like, right here, there's, like, a couple of enemies that are just kind of hanging out. Unfortunately, I take a death, but, no, that's fine. Remember, it's Team Dark. With Team Dark, you can kind of afford deaths, or... I mean, you still probably shouldn't take them, just so you can keep your level ups and everything, but... It's not the worst thing in the world if they happen. Man. Rail Canyon is quite literally throwing me off the rails here. Damn you, Rail Canyon, what is wrong with you? I actually found like a couple of sections with enemies here, which is going to give me around 60 by the time I finish the first run through, so that's at least going to give me like, you know, some time to work with. I will have to be a bit faster on my second run through though, just because of how kind of close it's getting to the, I mean, we're already like, for the A rank, we're already past like half the time limit. That's the only thing. And then, yeah, right here, definitely get rid of these. I think that's everybody. Also got the level up. Probably wasn't necessary, but still went for it anyway. So let's go ahead and cut to the around the 10-minute mark. And thankfully, on this section right here, 2 enemies automatically kill themselves. So yes, we get 100 kills in just under 10:30. This is going to be another A rank. And again, not much to say there. I was just faster with getting through the first parts of the level, so thankfully I was able to find enough enemies before I got to that part, and then, you know, just gave it to me at the very end. So now let's move on to Bullet Station. Bullet Station, I don't remember if this is a level where I'll have to go through multiple times or not, but there are a lot of enemies in this level. 55,000 for the A rank in Mission 1, and 11 minutes and 30 seconds for the A rank in Mission 2. That right there kind of leads me to believe that we will still be going through the level a second time, at least part of it. But for the most part, though, there's still a lot of enemies here, so I think this is a lot easier than the Rail Canyon mission. There's plenty of enemies to work with, I guess you could say. That was really weird. Let's just go up here, smash through these guys. I don't know if that giant purple weight thing counted as an enemy. Also, I love how I just like casually went back to get that enemy with Omega. Omega's like, "You thought you escaped? I don't think so. Must eliminate Eggman Robot." Oh man. Yeah, if you're a robot or an android or any sort of robot, you do not want to meet up with Omega in a dark alley, because he's just always in destroy mode. But from what I hear, they actually did some good things with him in some of the other Sonic games, which is good. You know, he may be someone who just wants to destroy all the Eggman robots and everything, but you know, they kind of still try to give him like some kind of personality beyond that.
Here they come.
It is kind of funny, like, hearing some of the sass that Omega has, though, in some parts of the game. Like, I know there are times where he says something, well, that was a load off of my back. And I think that's, like, in reference to, like, if a team member dies or something. Or, I don't know, maybe that's, like, him being sarcastic, where it's just like, oh, well, I'm a robot who can destroy things. Maybe it's not really that big of a deal. I don't know, but it's just kind of funny hearing that sass from him. I think I remember watching the Super Gaming Bros playthrough of Sonic Heroes, and I remember they just kind of made like a running joke of Omega just being extremely blunt and almost like kind of inappropriate a little bit. That he would like often tease Shadow because of Shadow's quote-unquote fate from Sonic Adventure 2 and stuff. That playthrough was actually one of the inspirations for me doing this Let's Play when I did, because I remember it was a couple of years now, because obviously Super Gaming Bros haven't been, doing Let's Plays for a bit, but and I don't think they are going to be doing them anymore either. But also, I actually watched my good friend Bowser Girl play through Sonic Heroes on Dolphin like last year. And in a way, I kind of used that as a little bit of practice before I got started, but I needed way more than just watching a playthrough. Because playing Sonic Heroes and watching Sonic Heroes, two very different things, as you might expect. And again, with how many games I play per year, it's very easy to often get kind of, not really discombobulated, but just, you forget things. So, like, all the stuff in the beginning of the playthrough where I didn't really realize the best way to take out enemies, or didn't realize some of the other mechanics that would make things a lot easier. Those were just things I just kind of forgot, slipped out of my mind. And when you consider about, like, how many games I Let's Play per year, given I don't Let's Play games as much as I used to in other years, when I used to upload daily, but still, I still put out quite a bit of content per year, and then I also stream on top of that. It's very, very easy to forget things. I'm just gonna say that now. It doesn't mean I'm dumb. It just means that I have a lot going on. That's all that means. I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm just saying how it is. But this isn't about me and what I can handle and whenever the hell my Let's Play retirement is coming. This is about Sonic Heroes, and that's all this should ever be about. Okay. I think at this point I was like kind of surprised that there honestly, I feel like there's not as many enemies as I thought there were for this level. But I mean, we still have a couple of different sections to go. And there is one section, the trolley car, where there are enemies on that. So you can actually get some kills, especially if you're very proficient at the trolley. You can actually get a lot of kills on that section. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Also, death. Death is something else you should keep in mind. And see, right here, I got back to this section. I think I actually, like, missed out on some enemies. Because I think I had 52 when I died, and I have 51 now. So I think I actually missed, like, an enemy or two. And not only that, I also lost all my level ups, too, which is not great, but that's okay. That's okay, because we got Team Blast. Omega's gonna fire his laser. And then we're gonna be fired out of a cannon. Actually, this is only the first cannon, right? So, yeah, we still have a bit of this level to go, I think. We haven't even seen the trolley car yet. And yeah, you can actually get some level ups on this section right here, so there you go. It's almost like this section was made for A ranking. And I think I do actually A-rank this too. Not to spoil anything, but it is what it is. Yeah, I keep trying to also get on that rail up there. And I mean, it's got to be possible. It's there, but again, I always seem to miss that. Probably just the angle, and maybe you can have to jump at some point too. I don't know. Something weird like that. Yeah, see, there's a bit of Omega being like kind of sassy right there, like just his useless consumer models mentality when it comes to these robots. I probably could have found like some hidden compartment there if I pulled that switch, but I think I just kind of realized, well, it's probably like a ring box or something, so I'm just going to keep on moving. We got places to be and enemies to destroy. We don't have time to mess with that. That's just the way it is. Yes, Omega. Useless consumer models. They're all useless consumer models except you. Is that what you want to hear? I'm gonna blast through those. I almost barely made that, by the way. Okay, so we're at 75. This is the trolley section, so we're going to get some more enemy kills right here. Then I think we have to do another cannon section. At that point, we're at the end of the level, so it's going to probably be around like 90, I think, when we get the final kills here or something like that. Not seeing as many enemies as I thought there would be. I know there are enemies right here, though. And see, I really only hit 3 of them, so like I could have done better at that section. I think it might help if like you get hit once, just so you're not going as fast. But I didn't want to get hit, so I didn't bother. I think that's fair. Okay, so we got rid of that. We now have to pull these switches. Better than pulling someone's finger. You know, I don't hear about that joke anymore, and I'm glad, because that's a bad joke, but you don't hear people doing the whole pull my finger shtick anymore, I feel like. I don't know, maybe there's those who still live in the past, I guess, or are around people who still live in the past, but I personally don't really hear that too much anymore. Okay, so we're actually going to be just sub 90 for, I think, the end of this level. But I think there were plenty of enemies, and we'll have about, like, 2.5 minutes to do this. So we should be fine. And see, they even have some enemies here at the very end, too. Oh, appropriate. Although I think I make a mistake right here, and, oh, you know what it is? The, when I was doing the, aiming with Omega, it actually was targeting the gold ring. I don't know why it does that, but hey, we did it. We got the A rank. And that is actually going to do it for this video. So it's been SlimKirby. Thank you guys. Oh my god, we only did that by like less than 1 second. But yeah, SlimKirby, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Later, folks.